I am Chef Bal Arneson. We are so excited to be part of QSEN conference in partnership with ANA and Morrison Healthcare.
Hello, I'm Patricia Sharpnack, and I'm Dean and Patricia Professor at Ursuline College, the Breen School of Nursing and Health Professions in Cleveland, Ohio.
Hi, I'm Carol Musil. I'm the Dean of the Francis Payne Bolton School of Nursing at Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland, Ohio.
Welcome, ANA, to my kitchen. I am Chef Bal Arneson, and I am so excited to be teaching kitchen at home in my house in Vancouver, Canada. Actually, this is where I am from, and that's the view you're looking at. And I am so thrilled that Carol and Patricia are joining me. So Carol and Patricia, how are you doing today?
Doing great. Thank you so much for having us.
And it's a happy International
Nurses Day.
Nurses
It's a wonderful
Day.
way to celebrate.
To celebrate that, I would like to bring beautiful food to celebrate. So usually the celebration includes bouquets of flowers, but I am bringing a bouquet of gorgeous, amazing flavors of a bowl. So we are going to be making it chickpea coconut bowl today.
It sounds good.
All right. So do you have all the ingredients in front of you?
I think so.
All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to start with making a Brussels sprouts. So I have Brussels sprouts, and this is a very simple recipe. I'm not adding too many spices or flavors to this one because all the amazing flavors are going to be coming from the coconut chickpeas. And I'm going to have some oil. So I'm just using a regular olive oil, but you can use grapeseed oil. That's totally fine. And all for the flavoring, I'm just going to use only salt and pepper. So let's start cooking. So I have a cast iron pan. I love using a cast iron pan, but any pan you have in your kitchen is fine. So we'll start with a medium kind of heat. And so let's start cutting our Brussels sprouts. So what I'm going to do with the Brussels sprout, I'm going to cut this a hard end. And then I'm just going to cut it into 4 pieces. So then it cooks very nicely. I love Brussels sprouts, but if you have any, Carol or Patricia, is there any other vegetable you absolutely love?
Green beans.
Oh yes, green beans would be very nice. So for green beans, if I want to use it, I will just blanch it very quickly to give the color, like a beautiful green color. I'll blanch it very quickly, and then for 30 seconds, I'll cook the beans because you want to still give the crispiness to it and a really nice look to it. So green bean would be very, very good.
What about asparagus?
Absolutely same thing. I love asparagus. But the key to those like asparagus or green beans, because you want to have the bright green color and you want to have like a crunch of bite. So making sure, again, not cooking more than 2 to 3 minutes. Blanch it very quickly, 2 or 3 minutes. That's all you need.
Now, Chef, when we're cutting the Brussels sprouts, there's some that are much smaller. Do we just half those?
You can just have those. Like this one is a little bit tinier, like smaller. So I'll just half that one. But the one I have like a really big one, then I'm just using that before. So as soon as you're ready, let me know. We'll just start with some oil in the pan.
We should have the pan warming correctly.
Pan is warm. I'm using a cast iron pan, and it takes a little bit longer to warm up. So I've already kind of started it, so it's heating up on a medium heat right now. And I'm going to add oil, like a couple tablespoons, and just a pinch of salt, and just a pinch of pepper. So Carol and Patricia, how's it looking so far?
I'm just getting my sprouts in the pan.
Perfect. On a medium heat, even low to medium heat is fine because we're just going to let it cook. And then we're going to start our second pan. And that's going to be our coconut chickpeas. And it's such an easy recipe. And it's already looking beautiful. The oil has coated my Brussels sprouts and like bright green color. It's brightening and it's looking very nice. So I'm just going to cook it from like 5 to 7 minutes, depending on how you like your Brussels sprout. I like a little bit crunchy, and I like to have a little bit like a smoky, that kind of a caramelized flavor at the same time.
Okay, so you just add them to the heated oil, correct?
Yes. So I am using a cast iron pan. Every time I'm looking for some vegetable to have a charred look, I always use cast iron pan because cast iron pan has like a really nice thick base and it does such a beautiful job to char it. Like even Sissy, I'm gonna try to find if I can. But look, as you were saying, if you have a cast iron pan, it gives a really nice chardiness to the vegetable. Oh, it's already looking so nice. I'm going to turn it on in low heat, and I'm just going to let it cook for another couple more minutes. How is it going? How does your Brussels sprouts look?
They're getting there.
They're coming along.
Yeah, they're going to take a little because the leaf of the Brussels sprout is really thick, so it takes a little while. Just have this beautiful charred pieces to show you. Look how nice and gorgeous, Patricia. Look how nice this looks. Doesn't it look like you just want to grab a bite out of it, like just eat it?
You do. Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks great.
I'm using for the chickpea. I'm using a bit bigger bowl because I'm going to be adding some coconut in it, and I'm going to be adding some cherry tomatoes. I want to have like lots of room to make the sauce.
So we're gonna use a saucepan. Okay.
Yeah. Something big, like this is like if you have, this is the size I'm using. You can just compare to my face. You can see what size that is.
Now, should we add a little extra oil if it's
sticking? I would add, yeah, sure. If it's sticking, you can add just a teeny bit extra oil. Or sometimes what I do, actually, if you don't want to add too much oil to it, I put like maybe a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of water and I put a lid on it.
wow?
So
That's a good idea.
Yeah, so you're not adding more oil to it. You're going to be using that water steam on a very low heat, and it's going to cook very nicely, and the color will stay very nice. So it might soften a little bit, but that's okay. Yeah, so but it won't stick to the pan.
So now I'm getting some of that caramelization, but not as much as you have.
And that's totally fine. As long as it's cooked, it's like a partially cooked, there's a tenderness to it, but it is still bite to it. It's totally fine, yeah. And the reason I'm getting caramelized because I'm using a cast iron pan, but that's totally fine. That's just my own personal preference. But as long as the Brussels sprouts are partially cooked, that's all we're looking for. So the next recipe set that we are cooking right in here is, again, the name of our recipe is coconut chickpea bowl. So we're going to be creating coconut chickpea dish right now. So for that, I'm going to be starting with some I have some garlic, I have some ginger. So we'll start with these two first, and then I'll go over the spices that I'm going to be adding. So I love garlic and I absolutely love ginger. So I'm looking for like a tablespoon to 1 or 2 tablespoons of garlic and 1 tablespoon of ginger. So we'll chop it nicely. And for ginger, I never actually peel the ginger because the skin is very light and all the beautiful flavors are actually really in the ginger as well. So I'm just gonna have my ginger.
You slice it?
I'm gonna slice it very thinly, yes.
So you said you don't peel it?
I don't peel it because the skin isn't that hard. It's a very soft skin. And the really nice flavors are right in the skin as well.
I had no idea. I think that's something most people don't know.
I know, and it's so hard to sometimes take the skin off, and you don't have to.
It's always hard.
It's always hard, exactly.
And then you never know quite what to do with it.
I know, right? I usually put it in my hot water and ginger lemon tea that I make every day. But I just, right now, skin is so thin, you don't even see it. You don't even notice it when you eat it. So like 1 tablespoon of ginger, finely chopped.
Oh, it smells so good. Oh my
I know,
God.
right? Already, it just like smells so refreshing.
I love ginger, but I love garlic too, so.
Oh my gosh, I love garlic.
I love. I'm beginning to infuse ginger in my cocktails. So summer is coming. So sitting on a patio, so I make really nice cocktails with ginger infused. So it's so good.
Oh really? And like, what do you put in there? Like vodka or?
Oh Oh yeah, sometimes it's mostly it's gin. I love gin, so gin and ginger goes really, really well. Yes.
So just 1 tablespoon. All right.
One tablespoon. Again, this is what I love about my recipes is that you can just follow your own palate. If you love ginger, you can add a little bit more ginger. You can just have 2 tablespoons if you like. But I don't want, the ginger can have a very sharp flavor. So I don't want it to be like a too spicy and sharp flavor. So just 1 tablespoon is perfect. But if you like more, go ahead and add some more. So let's start with now some garlic. Oh, I like how you have the special roll to take the skin off. That's amazing.
That's because I use it a lot.
Look at that, Patricia. That's fantastic. I just do like very Indian style. Mine comes out
That's
just like
how
that.
I do it too. My fingers always smell of garlic.
Carol, you and I cook exactly the same. Look at this. Take a knife and you just like hit it, and the next thing the skin comes off and you have this. But I really like Patricia's fancy way of doing it.
But, I love watching cooking shows. It's so much fun.
Cooking shows are so much fun. They are not only watching so much fun, they're doing it so much fun too. I have 2 TV shows, Spice Goddess and Spice of Life, which aired in several different countries. And I never thought I would enjoy being in front of the camera and cooking. And I absolutely love doing my shows. And now I just love cooking with you guys. This is my absolutely favorite thing to be sharing.
It's so fun.
It's fun.
So a tablespoon of garlic. Wow.
How much garlic are you using? I think I might throw in another clove.
This is the fun part. Garlic is totally okay. Garlic, the caramelized flavors, cooking with the spices are like, so wonderful. So if you like garlic, absolutely go ahead and use more. And I use more garlic and more ginger when it comes to during winter, I use more garlic because garlic is known to have great health benefits for cold and flu kind of thing. And it has a great immune boosting properties in it. So I love garlic, absolutely.
So the most interesting thing about garlic is that, internationally, regardless of what country you're in, it's recognized for its health benefits. It's also in Eastern European cooking and, so many other countries, they use it all the time.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. That's it. That's so amazing. It's really interesting that we are beginning to recognize that in North America, we are beginning to recognize the health benefits of all this wonderful, amazing food that for centuries in other countries, they've been incorporating in their diet. This is very interesting to see that. It's so fascinating. So we have garlic ready. We have ginger ready. So I have my pan ready as well. So I'm going to again start with some oil, a couple tablespoons of oil on a medium heat.
Now, do you want a neutral oil or do you want olive oil?
You can use any oil that you like to cook on that's a cooking oil. So oil, if you're using a cold press oil, that should be only for salads because you cannot cook that on a high smoke point. So if you're vegetable oil, grapeseed oil, just a regular light olive oil, that's totally fine.
Okay.
And
so now these chickpeas, are we supposed to drain them? I imagine. I
drain them, yes. I will walk you through when we do that. So I'm going to start with just the garlic and ginger in a pan on a low heat.
Garlic and ginger.
Garlic and ginger on a low heat. And keep your pan really low because you don't want to burn it while we add our spice mixture to it. So do you have your spices in front of you right now?
Yes.
I do.
So I already mixed mine up.
Oh, fantastic. So tell me what's in your spice mixture, Carol, please.
Well, we have some turmeric. We have a half a teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of ground cumin.
Yeah.
Half a teaspoon of fennel seed. Yeah. And 1/8 of a teaspoon of paprika.
Perfect.
Right.
And salt and pepper. Yeah. So that's a great blend. So I use this blend because, again, going back to we're just talking about the health benefits of the food. We're talking about the immunity. So right now, turmeric is known to have tremendous amount of health benefits. It's known to be antioxidant, and it's so immune boosting, immune strengthening spice.
Right?
I use
Anti-inflammatory.
It's anti-inflammatory as well. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Many of my friends use it as an anti-inflammatory. Absolutely. So I'm going to be adding some cumin. If you have already spice mixture, mix in a bowl, that's totally fine. Let's just do that. Turmeric. So maybe we can just mix everything together how Carol has done it. So I'm just going to put it here. So have some turmeric and cumin and cumin powder that I'm using. And cumin powder is known for respiratory system. So many asthma medication use cumin in it.
I didn't realize that. So all the people who are watching this are getting a lot of health information.
Well, Indian food is all about the health benefits of every ingredient, single spice has tremendous amount of health benefits, and that's why Indian food is absolutely the best food in the whole world to eat when you're looking at your wellness, when you're thinking about eating healthy. So the next one is you can use fennel seed or you can use fennel powder. So fennel seeds and fennel powder, it gives a really nice licorice flavor. So we are looking at licorice flavor. Cumin adds a really nice warm earthy flavor. All these amazing flavors just like enhance and just make everything so beautiful. And I'm using a little bit of paprika. It's a smoked paprika. It's going to get a smokiness, but it's going to give a really nice red color as well, and just a little bit heat, which is perfect for our dish.
Okay, so
Can we put those in the pan or not?
I am going to, yes, absolutely. So my pan has been on a very, very low heat. So I'm just going to add my spices to it. So can you please, Carol and Patricia, bring your pan closer to the camera? I would love to see what it looks like right now. But this is what I have right now. And
I haven't added you want me to add the spices?
Oh, does that smell good? It just all bloomed all of a sudden. I think that's the term they use.
If you just turn it down to low. That looks really nice and beautiful. Look at that. Very nice color.
A little piece of Brussels sprout.
Oh, wow. The fragrance is just
Doesn't
overwhelming.
that smell good?
So I'm going to add a little bit of salt. I'm going to add a little bit of pepper to it. The next ingredient is the chickpeas. So what I've done with my chickpeas, I cooked it before, so I strained it, or you can just even have a canned chickpeas. You can have a canned chickpeas and empty it, strain it, rinse it because there's no salt in it, because sometimes when there's a canned food, it's very salty. And keep your pan on a very, very low heat, so make sure your onion or your garlic and ginger does not burn.
And we put the chickpeas in our pan.
Chickpeas are going in right now, yes. So I'm going to add my chickpeas to my spice mixture.
So you recommend cooking the chickpeas ahead of time generally?
If you're not using a canned chickpeas, I prefer chickpeas to cook it like even night before. I rinse it and I soak it in a warm water first. And then in the morning, I cook it a little bit longer because chickpeas take a long time to cook. But if you're just using a canned one, really quick.
Oh my gosh. This is looking beautiful. The color and
Absolutely amazing. So now the next step is it's a coconut chickpea bowl. So I am using a coconut milk. So I have 1 cup of coconut milk.
Coconut milk?
Coconut milk. Patricia, we have coconut milk ready? All right, and let's add to the chickpeas. Yes. Look how beautiful that looks. And now the heat can be between medium to high heat. Just cook it for a couple minutes and have the coconut and the spices, everything just marinate very nicely with the chickpeas. It coats very beautifully, and that's what we're looking for right now. So I'm going to medium heat.
Does that smell good?
It smells so good. It looks so amazing. Oh, look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. That looks so nice.
You're such an encouraging chef.
You are.
It looks so amazing. You guys doing a fantastic job. So now going back to the colors. Remember I was saying we're celebrating the International Nurses Day, and for that a celebration usually includes flowers. And I am going to doing a bouquet of this beautiful colors of ingredients. So let's add the beautiful red color to the cherry tomatoes to make our bowl so amazing. So I have cherry tomatoes. I'm going to half them. I'm going to put them right in my pan.
Okay.
Like roughly kind of 1 cup. So I'm just going to use them half. So Patricia and Carol, have you cooked Indian food before, or is this your first time?
I have cooked because my daughter-in-law is Indian, and she is. Her family has done an incredible job of feeding me.
Oh, that's amazing. I love intermarriages like this because you get to experience not only the culture, but the food of other cultures. And it's
I have one daughter
amazing.
that's Mexican, and one daughter-in-law that's Mexican, and one that's Indian. So I said we have a very national holidays.
Oh, gosh. You
have
have
the
some
best
good food at your celebrations.
I know.
You have the best of both worlds because I love Mexicans and I love Indian food, of course.
I do too.
So now I'm going to add my cherry tomatoes to the bowl, to the chickpea pan. Now it's going to cook. Let it cook a couple more minutes until the cherry tomatoes soften.
Now we should still cook it at about medium heat.
On a medium heat for a couple of minutes, yes. So can I, Carol, can I see your pan, what it looks like? You can see mine. I would love to see Carol, and I would love to see Patricia, what your pan looks like with the cherry tomatoes. Depending on how much runny, how much sauce you like. For me, it's thickening very nicely because it's in a medium heat. So mine is really nice and thick right now, and I like it. I don't want to make it too dry, and I don't want to make it too runny. You don't want it too soupy, but you want to have like enough nice thick sauce.
Yeah, okay, mine's going to take a minute to thicken.
That's okay. Yeah, we're going to give it a couple more minutes, and you can even increase the heat a little bit from medium to high. Patricia, I was trying to say, oh, look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. Nice color. That's looking absolutely amazing. Yeah, you can just we're not looking for like a soup kind of like a runny. We're just looking for, and we don't want it too dry. So I'm looking for like a nice and thick sauce.
Okay, then I definitely need to turn up the heat a little bit.
Turn up the heat a little bit, and then cook it for another couple more minutes, and then it'll cook. So look, mine right now, I can just show you mine is really nice and thick, so it's not runny and it's not too dry. So while our chickpeas sauce gets nice and thick, let's cut our mango. That's going to be our garnish. So I'm going to be using garnish for mango and mint.
So I've never cooked with mango before. Can you give us some instructions?
So we're not cooking. This is just a garnish. All I'm just doing is peeling right now. So let's peel the skin. So the mango skin is not edible. So we're just going to peel the skin. And I'm just going to cut this.
Oh, it smells so good.
Doesn't it? Yes, absolutely. So I have my mango. I peeled the mango and I took just to cut the one side. So I'm just going to cut into cubes.
Just one half of it?
I'm just using only for myself cooking right now. I can use one half, but again, if you love mango like me, you can use the whole mango. But this is perfect for us right now. So before I plate my food, I'm going to show you what I have. So I'm going to start with my rice. I was cooking rice earlier. And then I have my Brussels sprouts. And now, absolutely our main dish. So this is what I have. Oh, look at that, how beautiful that looks. Absolutely amazing. I love it. It's not too runny. It is not too dry. It looks absolutely amazing. Both of them look absolutely amazing. Yeah. Okay, so now for plating. So can we have a shot white in this? So plating, we're using rice, but again, of course, you can use quinoa. So I'm gonna have rice at the bottom. Here are my Brussels sprouts. And then I'm gonna finish with actually I'm gonna add some mangoes. And I'm topping with So here is my bouquet of beautiful ingredients to celebrate Happy International Nurses Day. This is what I present to you. Patricia, I can't wait to see your book. Oh, look at this. There's already professional in the house. Look at that. Oh my goodness, that's absolutely beautiful.
It looks
Let's see. I
gorgeous.
didn't see it.
Oh, the mint on this really is incredible.
The colors look so beautiful. Oh, look at those. Oh, look at those beautiful faces and beautiful bowls. Oh my goodness. And now to eat, we have to try and eat the tasting. I would love to know the tasting notes from you guys.
Okay. This is always the best part on TV. I have no idea what this is going to taste like at all. Nothing. No.
This is so good.
Oh my goodness, this is excellent. The sweetness of the coconut is coming through wonderfully, but also the savoriness of the chickpeas and the fennel is incredible.
Mm-hmm. And often people think it's like Indian food is so hot and spicy, it takes forever to cook. Look at this. We cooked this, but in 20 minutes, 25 minutes, we made this so amazing. It's not hot and spicy, and it's very aromatic, and it's very flavorful. Carol, would you like to give us the tasting notes?
Yes, it's surprising with the somewhat blandness of the chickpeas. It really absorbed all the spice of the ginger and the garlic and the other spices. So it's not overwhelming at all. And in fact, we probably could have put a little bit more ginger and garlic in.
I know, right?
I agree.
So that's why this recipe is so amazing, because you can add whatever. If you like more ginger, you can add more ginger. If you can add more garlic. If you like more warm, earthy flavor, you can have a little bit more cumin powder. And you can even, paprika is known to have paprika is really good for your blood circulation. Fennel is great for your digestive system. So all the ingredients we're talking about is amazing, amazing health benefits, and it's so good for you.
I'm just amazed at how the Brussels sprouts. They are just tender, and the caramelization is wonderful.
I know, it's so simple.
The mango is a real nice counterpoint.
Mango is really nice, yeah. So the reason I didn't put any spice into the Brussels sprouts, because I wanted to have really nice balance. So it's really, you can just really taste the vegetables. Well, thank you, ladies, so much. What an honor, what a privilege to be in your company. And thank you so much for joining me in my kitchen today and celebrating this day and then this wonderful food.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
This is so good. This is like really good. I'm going to open a champagne bottle now.
Great. Well, wasn't that very exciting to see how easy it is to cook?